D, wait for it, Lightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So they dropped this news yesterday while I was at work. Oh, they always drop the good stuff that I want to cover while I'm at work. And so I'm going to cover it now. So it looks like they are going to get their director for, or they got their director for the Fantastic Four movie. And this is Mat Shakman. And if you remember him, it says right here in the title that he did WandaVision. Now, I personally didn't like WandaVision. And I don't think the directing was that great either. So, I mean, we'll see what he does with Fantastic Four. But why don't we go ahead and take a look at this article by Deadline, my favorite. And let's see what they have to say, and then we'll discuss, obviously. Okay, so it says, after playing a big part in helping launch the Marvel Studios limited series WandaVision, Mat Shakman may be ready to help launch one of the studio's prized movie properties. Is it, though? I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Fantastic Four, but is the Fantastic Four one of those, like, prized movie properties? I mean, but whatever. Anyway, sources tell Deadline that Shakman is in early talks to direct Marvel's new Fantastic Four pick. I had seen on Twitter a bunch of people say that he was in talks to be the director. So I mean, I don't. Anyways, okay. Rumors have been running rampant in recent weeks that he was in the mix for the job. The insiders are now telling Deadline that while a formal offer hasn't been presented, early discussions have begun, and that things are headed in the right direction. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige is producing. Marvel could not be reached for comment. Shakman steps in for John Watts, who parted ways with the project in the spring. Pardon me, I just needed some caffeine. Watts was coming off Spider-Man No Way Home, which I think John Watts would have been a good fit for this movie. But you know, we'll see if Shakman does a good job also. Anyways, okay. Which had just become the 6th highest grossing film in the global box office history with 1.89 billion, and needed a break from the comic book realm. Marvel quickly began looking for his replacement, meeting with a number of candidates, and thought was the search may go all the way into the fall. That said, there was also the thought that Shakman was the guy to beat, given how how comfortable Feige was with him following WandaVision, which not only successfully launched Marvel's limited series strategy for D+, but also earned several Emmy nominations, including Best Director for Shakman. Like I said before, I don't think he deserved the Best Director nomination. I don't think his directing on that show was movie quality cinematic. Cinematic. I thought it was very TV level, in my opinion, but whatever. It's he got nominated. I have no choice in that. But anyways, Fantastic Four has been an anticipated property for the MCU fans going back to when Disney acquired Fox and absorbed all of its assets. Those include Fantastic Four. Ever since fans have been wondering when they would get that new series of films, and Feige delivered that answer at this year's Comic-Con in San Diego, saying the film would kick off Phase 6, bowing on November 8th, 2024. It will be followed by two Avengers movies, Avengers Kang Dynasty on May 2nd, and that year, and Avengers Secret War just 6 months later, which I don't know if smashing two Avengers movies back to back is the best idea, but they did it with Infinity War and Endgame with Captain Marvel sandwiched in between there, which I thought was a bad idea, but whatever. They got their money for it. Now, Mat Shakman. Now, I also want to bring up something else because On top of this, he was supposed to be the director for the fourth Star Trek movie starring Chris Pine in that whole the Calvin universe or whatnot. Which I personally am not interested in that. But news dropped yesterday later after this news came out, because it was like, how are you going to do 2 movies? I mean, yeah, they're a year apart, but like it's so much work, you know, with pre-production and then filming the movie and then post-production. And the director is involved in every single aspect of that. They are the captain of the ship. They're the ones, you know, overseeing everything. So it's very strange for a director to pick 2 movies to do back to back like that. I mean, it's not impossible. Like, you know, the Russo brothers did it with Infinity War and Endgame, but I believe that they filmed those movies together. So what happened later on that day? There we go. So it says right here, Star Trek movie loses director Matt Shakman. I'm not going to read this article, but it says the filmmaker is in talks to direct Fantastic Four for Marvel. So, and this goes on to talk about how he's jumping ship to from Paramount to do that Fantastic Four movie. And maybe Marvel, let's go back to this one. Maybe Marvel and Disney will be his home, you know, not a bad home, Marvel and everything. But I do, I'm not 100% sold on Matt Shakman as a director. I mean, I don't think how do I say this? I don't think he's a bad director. I just don't know if he's, you know, a good director. I mean, I can't think of anything that he's done. I'm trying to look it up right now but I can't think of anything that he's done that stands out. Like, that's my whole thing. Like WandaVision, like I said before, I didn't think it was I personally didn't like WandaVision, but I don't like any of the MCU shows for the most part. I think that they're all, you know, pretty garbage. He did direct some of he directed 2 episodes of Game of Thrones. Not a big deal. And then an episode of The Great. It looks like he's done a lot of TV, which makes sense that he would be all that. And I don't know, he's jumping from TV to movies. We'll see. You know, I'm not trying to diss on the guy, and good for him for getting the gig, but I don't know if I'm not going to say this is the best fit for it, because I honestly don't know. And it'll all be, you know, down to what is the story? What is the story? How is the writing? You know, he's just directing, so I guess I could look past that a little bit. But is this going to be okay? And the Fantastic Four, I have to be honest with you. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the Fantastic Four, but they're not on my list. Like, everybody, you know, it says in this article, everybody was really, you know, wondering what they were going to do. Not me. I'm like, okay, like when they bring them in, they bring them in. But if they don't, I'm fine with it. It's fine. For me personally, they missed their opportunity when you know, they did Civil War and the Fantastic Four weren't involved and everything. All right, you guys. Well, that's all I got for this one. Tell me, what do you guys think about this news of Matt Shakman going to be directing the Fantastic Four movie? Do you think this is a good choice, a bad choice? You know, do you just not care? Tell me what you guys. Who's your favorite Fantastic Four member? For me, it's Invisible Woman. She's great. I just love her. She's great. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit the like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next video. You guys have a good day. Bye.